to hear. I like to sing His word. It sounds like music to my ear, the sweetest name on earth. Oh, I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus, because He first loved me. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus, because He first loved me. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus, because He first loves me. Okay, let's learn this song together. Let's learn the progression first. It's on the one of probably the easiest key, the key of C. Right. So there is a name I love to hear. I like to sing His word. It sounds like music to my ear, the sweetest name on earth. Right? The chorus probably goes the same way. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus, because He first loved me. Basically the same progression. So whatever you play for the verse, you can also play it for the chorus. So we have C. There is a name I love to sing. G, which is 5. I like to sing His word. Back to 1. It sounds like music to my ear. And then 2, 5, 1. The sweetest name on earth. Right. So the first thing we're gonna do is add some passing chords in there, right? The re, right? See, there is a name I love to hear. I'm going to the 5. So what is my passing chord going to be? For some of you already know, but for the ones who are a little behind, let's take a little time just to make sure you get that. Because one thing you don't want to do is just learn the songs, learn the passing chords, and memorize them, and not even understanding what you're doing. However, when you make sure you do understand the same concept that you use in that song, you can use it in any other song that you're gonna be playing. So now, to play passing chords, you're always gonna go to the 5 of whatever you're playing. For example, if I'm playing on C, my passing chord to C is gonna be the 5 of C, which is G, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to G, right? And let me show you that. For example, da 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 da, right? If I do the dominant of 5, it's always gonna lead me to C. Now, if I'm on G, I want to go to G. My dominant is going to be the 5 of G. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be D. So if I need a passing chord for G, whenever you need a passing chord for G, know that your passing chord is going to be D, the dominant of D. Okay? So I'm on C. There is a name I love to hear, right? So I could have stayed on C. There is a name I love to hear, right? But to add some movement, just to make it a little less boring, I go to C and then I do the dominant of C, which is, like I just told you, which is G, the 5 of C, and then it just leads me back to the C again. There is a name I love to hear. Now I'm going to the 5. Now my passing chord is gonna be what again? It's gonna be D. So there is a name I love to hear. I love to sing his word. So it's already my dominant to the 1, so I don't need any extra passing chord. I love to sing his word. Right? Going back to the 1, it sounds like music to my ears, right? That's the 6 A minor, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's gonna be my passing chord? It's gonna be the same concept. It's gonna be the 5 of A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be, what is it? It's gonna be E, right? The dominant of E. So there is a name I love to hear. I like to sing his way. It sounds like E, U, right? That's my E. So the dominant, to get the dominant, is gonna be the 7 flat. So 1, 7, 7 flat. It sounds like music to my ear. The sweetest name on earth. Okay, so 1, there is a name, passing chord. Back to the 1. I love to hear, passing chord to the 5, which is D. Right? I can hold the melody on top of this. I love to sing his word. It sounds like, passing chords to the 6, which is 3, like music to my ear, the sweetest name on earth, right? Simple, easy. Okay, so if you want to add the little embellishments that I did when I was playing it, right? I don't know. I've known this sound forever. In reality, it's kind of the pentatonic scale, right? But I don't even think of it that way. But anyway, it is. So there is a name, right? So before I go to my dominant, can I call this a predominant? It feels like a suspended chord. Is it? Yeah, it is. So yeah. So it says it's a A minor over G7 suspended, whatever. So, but yeah, just get the chord. But the idea, right? I do it with any dominant I'm doing. For example, when I'm doing, I'm gonna do it on the 6. Just. Right. Instead of just going straight to the 1, I do 6, 7, 1, and then here, instead of doing the straight dominant here, I do this 13, I guess. The way I think of it, I just do my 5 dominant here and the 3 minor on the right hand. Right? It sounds well. It doesn't work. It's supposed to be done. It sounds like it doesn't sound great. But it's just to show you the same idea of what is it? Is it the same thing? Yeah, it wasn't the same thing. It's not the same thing. Anyways, just forget about that. So it sounds like music to my ear, the sweetest name on earth. Right? Alright, that's a common gospel. Or I can do just the major here, or the minor 6. Okay. Same thing. So 1 dominant, back to the 1, my 2 dominant, which is in that case E flat, to get me to my 5, which is A flat, to the 1. So when I think of this as a minor chord on my right hand, it's easier for me to move around, right? I'm just moving down chromatically. Oh, how I love Jesus, because he first loved. So once you understand the concept, you can apply it on all different keys. And that should be the goal. Don't get stuck in one key. Make sure you transcribe it on all different keys. That's only then you can really claim that you understand the concept. Only when you can apply it on different keys. I'll see you in the next video.